Hog.
And we are actually already live. That was way faster than usual. Oh my god. Um yes. Hello and welcome everyone to the I think I put in the wrong episode number, didn't I? Yeah, I read 18 and put in 18. So it's the 19th episode of our D&D 5e campaign titled Roaches. And yet again, today's recap will be done by Lodwork.
So, good evening, everyone. Um, last last time we met our adventurers, um, they they had a battle behind them, and while still being in the cave, Sherbot spotted a part in the wall which was more brittle than the rest, quickly discovering that there was yet another tunnel concealed behind it. With Arhan casting light on his on the shield of on Sherbot's shield, they went in into the tunnel, and not long thereafter, the light uh, shone on a small object, a ring. Being wary, because it's not the first time that the party encountered objects that could have been dangerous or things like that. Sherbert gives the ring to Arahan to inspect it, which and he discovers that the ring is definitely magical, but as far as he can ascertain, not cursed. When Sherbert, hearing that, puts on the ring, a small cat appears and starts complaining that first, Sherbert is disturbing his rest, and second, he is wearing his house or his domain or whatever. Astonished that the cat, it's a small diminutive cat, a normal cat, as you would, that can speak and apparently has some magical aptitudes. The cat introduces himself as Mr. Fluffins, and the rest of the party introduces themselves as they are. They continue through the tunnel and exited into a cellar, quickly realizing that they are in the cellar of what was, in better times, the Tailor's Guild. Going towards the main hall, Mr. Fluffins asked what the party was doing, and Arhant is explaining that they are working for Duke Ashwhite, and that in by his leave they are investigating some going-ons with a cult of roach-like demons. And while this explaining happens, they enter into the main hall, go towards the front door, preparing to leave it, when they are stopped by humanoid creatures with reptilian-like features, reptilian sectoid, something weird. The creature, clearly a fiend, asks them to tell about the whereabouts of the Duke, stating that it's an old friend and he hasn't heard from him since a long time, and blah blah blah, and other excuses. Although though the party is hesitant to divulge any form of or type of information. It's the fact that the fiend is an enemy of the Duke is quickly confirmed by the imps. Remember, they are tailing our party since almost the very beginning, always in some shape or form, mostly invisible. And in their invisible state, they are telling to the party, or whispering in the ears of the party, that the fiends are definitely enemies to the Duke. With that, um, a group of guards enter the building and start to penalize and verbalize the party, saying that they are breaking into personal and private property, and also telling them that any dealings with fiends speaking in infernal is punishable by death. Because of this proclamation, tensions are starting to rise quite high, and finally, you guessed it, combat ensued.
Well, initiative, apparently.
Indeed. Um, so during combat, some of those guards turn into demons and are quickly revealed, quite proudly, being proclaimed by themselves, as being followers or cultists of the demon lord Akishigal, which those who are following the stream for quite some time know that Akishigal is the demon lord that Duke Ashwright has asked the party to investigate, and whose cult they are investigating. However, two of those guards turn onto the cultists and the demons and rejoin our party. After that has been dealt with, um, the two guards introduce themselves to the party, saying that they weren't aware of what happened, and especially weren't aware that they were helping demons. Um, and so, after those initial introductions, the now former party that has been grown and thickened a bit decides to interrogate two cultists that they knocked unconscious and did not kill, um, and were preparing to start this interrogation. And there we ended the session. Jan, PM, up to you.
Yeah. So, there you are, having won your battle and about to start interrogating. Um, yeah. Uh,
Arahant will say, um, I'm not very persuasive. Um, Maybe with we have some people in here that are quite intimidating. Maybe you should take the lead.
I cannot. I am not very intimidating, despite my voice. You know, I just want to grab some materials for now.
Well, Mel, Sherbot,
Well, you were part of their lot. How'd you not notice that they were in the demon cultists we've seen?
You know, I went to the bar with them, we had a couple drinks, they said, hey yo, my brother, do you wanna go there? I said, okay, I will go there with you guys, you seem cool, and then they transformed into demons, I don't know what happened.
As long as you don't end up sprouting any extra arms or spikes anywhere.
Don't worry, I hunt those things for a living. I think.
Fluffins is gonna walk up to Arahant and ask, "Hey, What do you want to ask them?
Good idea. I have to admit, I don't have a clue.
Okay.
I am very knowledgeable in all things animal, mineral, magical, alchemical, historical, scientifical, and other tools. But although I can, well, I can. I do not see the future. It's pressed upon me, but I cannot divine what they are thinking. Or maybe we should start asking them, trying to pry them out for information about the workings of the cult.
Okay, give me a second, and I'll walk up to the two knocked out. I presume they're awake now.
Yes, they are awake now.
I'm gonna start casting thaumaturgy. I can pick 3 of the effects. First thing that happens is my voice starts to boom up to 3 times as loud. My eyes are gonna go full void black. And all the wind. No, wait one sec. And as that starts to happen, you see Fluffin's posture like straighten out. He starts to seem a bit intimidating, and as that happens, small tremors in the ground start rustling. And with my loud voice, I'm just gonna say, "Tell me what you know about the cult."
Give me an intimidate with advantage.
How do I do advantage on this again? I'll just
Either
do
it
2 rolls for
rolls
now.
with, depending on what your settings are, it either rolls advantage
Oh.
automatically or it just asks you. But
Yeah, I just rolled twice. It's
all
a
that.
15.
Yeah, they seem to be somewhat impressed or somewhat scared of whatever you just conjured up. Oh,
This tiny cat went feral.
we cult? What cult?
Cult. About your cult.
That cult. Okay.
Yem,
Yes.
after seeing those little thaumaturgical happenings, um, Arhand will, from a distance, start to say something in Celestial, moving his hands slowly. And with my last spell slot I have, it's a second spell slot, and no, I have none left. He will cast Detect Thoughts. An entire thing on the.
Exactly.
But basically, as long as I do not use my action to pry something very buried very deep, for which they have to make a save, as long as I do not do that, I am able to hear their surface thoughts. So he will be watching or listening when they are saying something, thinking something different, hoping to catch that those parts.
I mean, we kind of had an operation set up here. we were told that the operation here is going to be abandoned and that we should stay behind to distract those three weird people.
Who ordered this?
I didn't really get you acoustically. Did you ask who the three weird people are?
Who ordered the ambush or whatever?
The ambush?
Well, I basically said who ordered this.
I somehow still don't get it.
Who told them to do whatever they're planning?
Ah, who ordered? Ah, that was the word. Ah, this makes so much more sense now. One of the... How are these things called again? One of the facebound.
And where is he?
Probably left with the others.
I drop thaumaturgy for a little bit, look at the others. Hey, you guys want to ask anything else?
I think I'm good.
Oh, did you say faithbound?
Facebound.
Facebound. Okay. Ask him what that is.
All of those casts come back on. What is a facebound?
You know those, how do I describe it? It's some sort of ritual that, basically the elite soldiers go through, to put on the face of our leader.
What is your leader's name?
We don't know.
How can you not know your leader's name? Causing such disrespect to a massive leader would become a death penalty.
I mean, technically our leader is a Kishigo.
All right.
And
See, that
what?
wasn't that difficult.
and where did the others go? You were sent here to muddle with our affairs a bit.
I mean, they spread out. Some went here, some went there.
What kind of pings is Arahant getting as we're going through this conversation?
Oh, he actually gets the name of a specific town.
Ooh, nice.
Wait, I just saw that this is not in the foreground anymore.
Be right back.
Okay. Um. So. Um. The town's name is Mainstedt. Or Mainstedt. Yeah, I guess that is probably better to pronounce for English speakers, so it's Mainstedt.
Mainstead. I thought you said Meanstead. Like, of course, evil's afoot in Meanstead. They're all rude as fuck over there.
Filthy heretics.
So,
Yeah.
what was your plan with getting in with this lot? You wanting to become demons, or
I mean, we didn't really plan to get in with this lot.
then why didn't you follow suit like your other friends? And once you saw the demonic corruption and such, either get out of there or do something about it.
I mean, we did. Before we were transformed.
So you were forcibly changed into him, or into what you are now.
Yes.
I believe him.
Can I make an insight check?
What is Arahant reading from their thoughts with all that?
Um,
Are they thinking the same, or
they are thinking the same. Um, they are also, you're also getting that they are that they
What were
while
you
they
searching
were
for?
actually forcibly transformed, they are now quite content with having been transformed. Or happy, or maybe even ecstatic.
Hmm, okay. Arahant will keep this for himself for the moment.
Well, I think that's all we could get from them.
Fortunately, we still don't have a location of where the rest of their lot went.
Yeah, if only there was a way to know.
Now, what should we do with them?
I say burn the corpses.
I mean, do they have anything on them?
They do carry their wallets with them. They're
Ooh,
like
shiny.
guard badges. They're obviously like their equipment, like their chainmail what guards are wearing, right? And their spears and shields.
Well, I'm definitely gonna take their wallet, and as
No,
I
it's
do
chain
that, I'm
shirt,
gonna,
not chainmail. Sorry.
yeah, I'm gonna pat them on the head. You're not gonna be needing this where you're going, buddy. And I take their wallets.
Now, sorry about this, you two. But you're already well corrupted, and I don't see much way of being able to turn the clock back on that. And
I'm gonna pick up one of the spears.
Okay. It's
So,
a spear.
just it's as Lodewijk that I'm talking. So we want to also know the location of the other group of guards.
We did. If you didn't notice, Jan did say that in their head they had the location. What's the name? Mainstadt or something?
Mainstead.
Instead. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you heard that. We didn't.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, but because they said that they spread out and stuff, um, you didn't really hear them think about other locations.
By the way, how
Yes.
much did they have in their wallets?
Um, in total, it's 2 copper, 6 silver, 5 gold.
2, 6,
Oh,
5.
I wanted
Thank
to do that
you.
as a hidden roll. Anyway.
Nah, good thing it was for that, not something
I
important.
mean,
I see you're high rolling right there.
All right.
That's I guess pulling a dagger if there's no other questions.
Gentlemen, is there something else that we would like or that you would like to know? Says Arahant to the rest of the party.
Yes, when do we depart?
Oh, can I ask them one more question?
okay.
Just before their demise, what would you say is the best soup at the current moment in these times?
The best soup.
Well, of course, a cat's got to eat, you know.
Mhm.
It. I always was a fan of bread soup.
Ah, thank you, Eldritch Blast.
Okay, that's interesting.
You see that Arahant is quite uh, shocked and taken aback by that display of brutality.
Hey, that was a quick death. It's okay.
I thought that
Yes.
was punishment for choosing the wrong soup or something.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
just went
fish
right
is
for
the
the
best.
head.
Well,
Did you shoot both of them or just the one?
I
I
mean,
guess you mentioned
probably both.
Yeah, okay.
No fun for me.
Oh, puts the dagger away. Didn't have to use it.
Well, where are we heading on?
Where are you
I wonder if there was a city that we might want to head towards.
I wonder.
Well, they did. I do not know if it's a city, but they did. I did read in their mind that they were talking about Instead,
Oh,
but
Where is that?
does anybody know?
I think we need a map for that.
would Arahant know?
heading? Any of you have proficiency in cartographer's tools?
Wait a minute.
No.
Like,
Oh?
did we ever trade with Mainstead? I was part of a guild for a while.
Okay, so if not,
No.
everyone who has any reason to know where cities are, so probably everyone except the cat,
Yep.
Can give me a straight int check, and was it Mel can actually give me an int check, like with proficiency from his wood carving tools to represent his knowledge from being part of being a guild trader or guild artisan. So we have now proven that Mel officially is the smartest here. Or at least in this
Plus one.
situation. But overall it worked out. Yeah, you actually know that it's a small town a few days to the east.
Small hamlet of a town. We didn't do a lot of crazy deals, but mostly maintenance sort of things. But I think I remember it vaguely. They'd send in some stuff for us to
So,
tweak and
how
fix.
far away is that hamlet you are talking about?
So when I say said a few days, it's like 4 to 5 days.
Okay.
Um,
Uh,
yeah. I was asking in game.
Yeah, but I didn't. But I didn't really tell him in game yet.
Oh,
So
Some expansive
I
time.
misunderstood. Never mind. I got inspiration from gods.
About half a 10-day.
Okay. So, what direction is it in, or do we need a map for that?
It was east from the city.
yeah, east.
So,
Sweet.
when do we depart?
Well, they already know of our presence, hence this scouting party to begin with. So we should probably go as soon as possible before they're able to set up another trap for us.
We're going on an adventure, and I hop on Charbot.
New adventure!
I was gonna say he's been characteristically quiet this session so far.
Yeah.
Okay, let's head out.
I'm starting to not be as sure, to not be completely sure if he's aware that he's muted.
I mean, I did just unmute myself.
Oh, okay.
He did it again.
And then he's gone.
Magic.
Oh, I guess we should speak to the elephant in the room that is the Duke's daughter that's here.
Did you just call me an elephant?
That was out of character, but
Oh, who are you?
no, so I
Oh,
think
yeah.
she wants us to swing by the Duke and drop her off. She was just for this. Or wanted to do this.
What? No. How did you get that impression? No, yes, it might be a good idea to check back in at home.
We make for the Duke's abode. Then from there, perhaps he could have some sort of travel to get us there faster, but if not, then through that town.
All right. I guess we head out.
Okay. Um. So does the part? I'm assuming the party might remember how they actually got in here.
I mean, technically, it was in the other guild house where we originally came from.
I was
Yes,
I'm
winery.
talking more of how they managed to actually get into the city and stuff.
Oh yeah. Um,
So, are you planning on getting out of the city?
yeah, we did come in with a disguise originally.
Some of us used a disguise, others used a spell.
I didn't use anything.
I remember that Arahant and Melf, I think.
Yeah, we were an old couple.
Yes, indeed. Seeking for real estate, while Sherbot was our hired muscle.
We have the one, our party member who was a guard. Sherbot, you're still wearing like guard attire, aren't you?
Yeah,
Or
you
at
would
least,
still be wearing the gala tie, I think.
yeah. So worst case, we could act as if we were apprehended and they're escorting us if we get like stopped. But then we kind of have to deal with that situation and then continue wherever we're going. So hopefully it doesn't come to that. I don't think any of us have the means to disguise ourselves again. I think we used all that.
Well, I can just be a cat.
Mostly speaking for me and my two compatriots here, were
Oh, of course.
somewhat wanted.
Oh, you're wanted. That's cool.
What crimes did you commit?
Learning of this cult and dabbling in their affairs. Yeah, I see the
Oh,
corruption runs pretty high.
that is not good to hear.
Yes, we didn't do anything that would normally be considered criminal, but for the organization who clearly had the mayor and the guards in their pockets, we became outlaws.
So you piss someone off who's in power and they want your heads.
Basically,
Seems
well,
kinda familiar to me.
well, uh, thanks to being employed by the Duke, he's using his influence to ease it a little bit, but we're still wanted by, I suppose, I'm quite sure of it, the cult of Akishigal.
Okay. So, did you get into town through tunnels or did you go through the gate?
Through the gate, we used magic and disguises.
Oh, so do you plan on doing that again to get out?
Hmm. I have to admit that I am. Is it a? It's not a ritual. I have to say that magic-wise, I'm quite spent. Although,
Oh,
although no, I could um, pray. I could pray to the great catfish of wisdom and ask him to grant me a portion of his divine power and regaining some of my magical abilities,
you
making
know,
it possible to cast the disguise spell twice.
You know, some old friends I met along the way who taught me a lot about brewing things. They wanted to teach me how to make one drink, but I never thought it would come in handy. Now I think it would come in handy. It was a potion of altering someone's whole, how do I say this, facial features, voice, and aura.
Appearance?
Yes.
Do you have the means to make such a potion?
I do not.
Well, that's useful.
But he does know people that can.
Are they trustworthy? I mean, I can't say you had the best eye for friends given present or former company.
I mean, they are trustworthy, but good luck finding one. There aren't a lot of us in this sect. I could count every member on my two hands. If I was missing a finger.
Oh, question. Are we talking about this as we walk towards the Duke?
I'm assuming you're
Well, technically
talking to that while still in the what's it called, the artisans'
Taylor's Guild.
quarter.
Well,
Yeah.
how about we head out and talk about this on the way, because we don't not want to stay here too long.
Well, we don't want to talk about it in the open because that'll just draw eyes to us.
Yeah,
Oh.
but if they're wanted, traveling in the open is very dangerous.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to figure out.
We'll just head through the alleyways. I can go walk ahead. It's not like people think the cat is suspicious.
Just,
I'll signal you if anything is dangerous.
we should avoid guards as best we can.
No, in that case, it's pretty easy. If you see me jump, that means there's a guard ahead, and you should hide.
That's the best we got to work with, I guess.
Okay, let's head out.
I'll walk around 60 feet ahead,
Okay,
looking around if there's any guards, and if there are, I'll jump.
and where are you trying to go in the city?
Well, I presumed we want to drop off the Duke's daughter.
So the rest of the part, I think the other three people in the party might be aware that the Duke doesn't really live in the city.
Yeah, we have to get out of the city.
Well, then we're heading out of the city towards any gate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you can give me a perception, Mr. Fluffins.
It's decent.
Decent. Yeah, you don't really see any guards out. Though basically right before the gate, there's always like a big square,
Yeah.
and on that square there's two big things of note. One of them is the town crier talking or having two major pieces of news. The first one is the entire night shift of the guard disappeared. Or all of the guard that usually takes the night shift.
Yes.
And the other is the mayor has abandoned the town and taken all the and the treasury is just filled with ash.
Okay, are there any guards near the gate though?
Yeah, yes. The second thing you notice is that on the throughout the entirety of the square, there's currently panicked, angry, and generally upset people, basically being uh, just trying to find out what's happening, while the guardsmen that are left are basically just trying to hold them back and calm them down and prevent a riot from starting.
So at the gate, how
Uh,
many guards?
At the there's only one guard in the gatehouse.
And I presume the other ones are pretty much busy with
Yes, it's
people,
being
so they're
yelled
not
at.
gonna notice some random calmly walking people.
I mean, some of us are a little bit more conspicuous than others.
Well, some
think
of you
I
also wear guards outfits.
I think I speak for all of us if I say let's start a riot.
Well, how far away is the guard at the gate tower, whatever?
If we're talking about I'm assuming you want to go around the plaza and not across.
I just want to know how close I can get to the guard if I have to. To the one guard
Or
that's actually
like how
looking.
close that guard is to like the main path past him.
No, like I'm speaking how close Fluffins can get to the guard.
I mean, you can walk right up to
He's
him.
on the ground. Okay, well, I'm gonna stay 30 feet away and I'm gonna ask him to make a wisdom saving throw.
He responds, "Yes, I will do a wisdom saving throw." Um. Okay. Let me
And
grab my
as he
stat block
fails
real
that.
quick.
No, wait, that's my perception, never mind. How much is it?
I think he failed.
How much is it? Oh, 500. Well, as that happens, his pants fall down.
The man being quite
And-
surprised
and
how his pants fell down while he was
Before
basically
he gets
sitting
back
at
up,
while he was basically sitting behind the counter to check the people coming in and out.
as that happens, by the way, I wanna yell out, "Hey, look, this guard's without pants!"
He quickly dives below the counter to try to reassemble his outfit.
And I point towards everybody to hurry up and run through the gate.
Follow suit. Avoid the soon-to-be rioters and guards and
Yeah, the
the now
townsfolk. One of the townsfolk yells, how do you see that?"
I was close to it as I run. Uh,
Okay. And
Okay,
so
as as I run past the group of people, I yell, "You must rebel! The working class must rise up!" And then I run through the gate.
uh,
I don't think we want a full stage
the
riot.
problem is I don't think there's anyone left to rebel against. Like, basically, the political leader just left the town. Like,
The
the
regime is
entire,
gone.
merchant and artisan class left weeks ago after they were basically banished from the town.
So you mean to tell me there's only normal people there?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Like most of the evil left from the town, at least for the time being. So like they're actually doing pretty good. They don't know it, but
I
they're
mean,
doing all right.
the town also has no money anymore.
Yeah.
Well, that's none of our concern.
Hey, maybe a benefactor can use their influence to take over the town and get it back into order once we get things squared.
Yeah. That.
I mean, my character is very rich. He has 1 silver.
That's commoner rich.
Uh,
Yeah. So, you make it out of the gatehouse.
and I guess we head towards the Duke.
Yeah, I don't remember if one of his places was nearby, because I know the doors to his mansion can kind of be anywhere, but I don't remember how far we left from there before coming here through the gate.
He was in his his closest manor was in the city of Grandingen. Did I actually write down how many days of travel that is, or if that even is a day? It might be like half a day. Do you have that somewhere in the notes? Um,
Let's see what
I'm
it said.
I'm looking it up.
Um,
I have
as-
30 pages worth
Yeah.
of recap. So
Well, as you're doing that, I'm gonna ask, what's the time right now?
um, the time. I think it should be in the morning, basically.
Okay.
I think
How
you
dark is
arrived
it out?
I think you arrived pretty late to like go to the guilds at night. Uh,
Well, this is the first time I'm seeing sunshine, so
so we're basically referring to like Arand and Sherbot and Mel. I think you basically went in there at night, and probably the night is over by now.
okay, so we have a full day to travel.
So, how dark is it out? Like, is
um,
the sun just rising or is it up already?
I would say it's up already.
Ah, okay.
What did you want to say, Arand?
it takes about a bit less than a day.
Okay.
So yeah, we make it
Because
there by
we departed in the morning after breakfast, and we arrived at the city gate by evening fall.
Okay. But yeah, you spent the night in the city and now it's morning. So,
Yeah, I mean, we're getting tired. At least us three. Well, maybe
yeah.
not sure about. But
And for this, you don't even have a carriage like you did for the way to the city, so you will have to wait until you get to sleep.
mhm.
So, I guess for the people who stayed awake, they can give me a save against exhaustion. Con save. I think
or
the
we can just
first
go
one
to
is.
bed.
I mean, you could also just go to bed. That also would work.
No, I think we need to get to the Duke's place. I'm okay with the
Aren't we
concert.
enough people to do like the normal watch cycle?
Yeah.
Well, I think the
I
thing is
only
we
need
don't
4
want to
hours.
stop. We want to get her dropped off and then see if the Duke can help our 5-day travel. Because if they left, they're up to something. We need to intervene. Oh yeah, 2 nat ones, baby.
Oh,
Ideal. That's
yeah, I think we're going to bed. Oh, I misclicked.
Fire out
Oh
the blast and stuff like
yeah, Sherlock doesn't actually need to sleep. How did that work with Warforged?
Technically, I don't need to sleep, but I do take rests. I do need to rest to restart my spells.
But you don't feel
Okay,
the
but you
effects of
don't
the
get
drop.
exhaustion or anything.
Yeah.
Also, Adair, you were not awake that long. I'm assuming you were. You probably, as you
mean-
were with the guards night shift, you probably slept throughout the day.
Yeah, it was just us.
Fair enough.
Um.
Well, my character doesn't need sleep.
Okay,
common
so you
sense.
double don't need to make that save.
I only need to be in an emotional state for 4 hours.
Do you need to do that every day or just to get your stuff back?
Hold on, I'll check real quick.
What about
That's-
the Duke's daughter? Because she wasn't originally with us.
Yeah, she would also be tired. I guess I can find her and let her do the save as well. Oh wait, she actually is proficient. I should have actually clicked on the save.
Okay, just checked. I don't need sleep at all, but I can finish a long rest in 4 hours
Okay,
by remaining motionless.
so you don't even get exhaustion. Cool.
So me and Auron both get a point of exhaustion. At least this one's not awful. But
Yeah. I mean, it's not like you're poisoned and not getting it back ever.
yeah.
Um,
Wait, what does one level of exhaustion do?
it's disadvantage on
Disadvantage
ability
on ability.
checks.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, so it's not the one that halves your speed.
No,
Yeah,
that's,
it's
that would
next
be
one.
the second one.
In that case, it's not that bad. We can sleep at the Duke's place or whatever, I think. I don't know, maybe.
At sunset, I don't know, does anyone want to do anything specific while you travel?
No, not really, at least me.
Let's make sure that we're not tailed by anybody.
I want to remain vigilant for anything that could be on the road. For example, a body on the road, or something in the trees. Something
Hey.
like that.
Actually, I do want to do one thing.
Mm-hmm.
I will ask Karahan to teach me a little bit of spell casting spells. aka I'm trying to write down some spells into the book if possible.
How long did it take to write spells in your book?
I'm checking right now. Specifically ritual spells.
Do you also have to use ink for that, or like a wizard does, like the specific ink, or can you just do that without any materials?
It takes around 2 hours and costs 50 gold of rare inks.
Do you have rare inks with you?
I'm gonna ask if Arahan does. I'll pay him.
You can buy those in the city. you can probably buy those in the city or from the Duke or
Well, I'll probably buy them when we get to the Duke in that case.
I have a quick question. I have proficiency in alchemist tools, right?
yeah.
And I have oil.
What kind of oil?
It just says oil flask. So I think it's probably something that burns.
Yes. It's
So can I produce ink from that flask?
I mean, it does need rare inks.
and I
And crush up some diamonds into it or something.
can you actually
You're
make
the
ink from
DM, it's your
petroleum?
decision. You're the DM, it's your world, you can decide.
It's doing like this time isn't ink actually made from actual ink?
Ink is made out of ink. Who knew? I'll check what's ink made out of.
It's
Or is
made
it-
of ink or
Okay, ink is made
oil.
out of solvents, resins, alcohol, lubricants, carbon, pigments, dyes, aniline, dextrine, glycerine, fluorescents, and other
Okay.
materials.
We're probably
Pretty
looking
much
for medieval
imagine-
ink.
Pretty much imagine medieval ink is something like an oil and a
Maybe like
pigment that's
charcoal or
mixed
something.
together. Yeah. Mostly
So probably
charcoal,
oil
but
and charcoal. Okay.
Okay,
I'm
They also
assuming
use spitting.
like the rare wizard's ink would need like I don't know
Some magic dust.
elemental
Assuming.
coal or I don't
Dragon's
know
blood.
ink
Normal-
from a kraken or some. Okay, probably not from kraken, but
yeah,
from like a
but
giant
for
octopus or
future
something.
things, it's literally just charcoal and water to make ink, like normal ink, medieval.
No.
Well, and also a substance called Arabic gum.
I think that's not necessary. I'm pretty sure you can just make charcoal dust. Would make sense. Would be like watercolor ink.
Probably just helps to thicken it. Otherwise, it'll be really
Yeah.
runny.
Yeah.
Arahant does have a little
gum.
a pen and a flask of ink but it's normal ink. It's not magical.
Well, we'll get some at the Duke's place in that case.
Yeah, and I would say that as you are. I didn't ask whoever wanted to be on lookout can give me a perception check.
I get to make it.
Look out if tailing or look out if something's on the road.
Both of them.
Okay.
Oh,
I'll
the
do
one
one
who wants to look for people who are tailing you, there would notice that there are like
Okay,
a lot
and
of
now
people
I'm
just
gonna
traveling out of Berg in
okay, I'm
all
gonna
kinds
use
of
a class
directions.
feature. Race
Okay.
feature, hold on. I roll a d6 and add. Okay. It's a 14.
I'll make mine at disadvantage. So unfortunately, the 11.
I trust Sherbot.
You don't notice anything special about the road, but there's a lot of people actually migrating out of Berg in multiple directions, including where you're heading.
I'll mention that to the others then.
This is a lot of people. Everyone be careful. Someone could easily set up an ambush here with those transforming demons.
I just have to get
Well,
there quickly and
well, in that
be able to
case.
take stock of the situation.
Yeah. And as you make your way, I would say we take our first break here.
All right.
All right.
Where is button? There's button. Haha. Okay, we're back from our break.
Hello.
Yes, and I'd say you are entering the city right now.
Okay.
And as the last few days in Grundingen have been way less action-packed than the last few days in Berg, there isn't much important talk going on. I mean, the town crier still. The town crier's main news are about a new jeweler's shop that has settled here in town.
Well, Arahant, as a fellow intellectual of the group, where is the Duke?
Well, he should have a kind of a front mansion that allows to travel to his actual mansion that is on I suppose another plane.
Would you mind leading the way?
Would Arahant know this?
I mean, this is the main city where you always met up with the Duke, so
Okay, and it's the same gate that he had several many sessions before in his dream.
no, that was from the city by the lake where you went when you were poisoned.
Hmm.
The main city where you met up with the Duke, like where the city where you first went to the Duke and made dealings with him, and then went to that mountain, went back, went to that infested
Okay.
village, went back. But you were here like 4 or 5 times.
Mhm. Well, Arahant will say, "Oh, follow me." Oh.
Well, if
He
Arahant
is
says so.
exhausted, so.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
and
Oh.
he leads the group to towards the mansion of the Duke.
Yes, and you managed to even in your even while beset by tiredness, you managed to lead the group without much of a hitch to streets and alleyways towards the Duke's mansion. Um, for those who never were in one of his mansions, and I guess it looks the same for the others, but they don't need the explanation. It basically the whole mansion is surrounded by wrought iron gates, or by a wrought iron fence, with a gate that has the horizontal wrought iron part of the gate is basically made to look like a massive centipede snaking around the mansion. And the door knocker is actually like basically a horned devil's face with like a ring in his tongue. Other than that, it's just a very, very big house.
Arahant will use the knocker.
And like usual, the butler lets you in. Inside the stair, the railing also looks like a massive centipede, which appears to be his the Duke's, how do you call it? Banner animal? No. Is that the word? I don't know.
Heraldry?
Heraldry, that's it. And the butler leads you into a meeting room on the second floor, or I guess depending on British English, it's the first or second floor. But the floor that isn't like the ground floor, but one above. Where
So does he lead us to some kind of room?
yeah, to a meeting room. Where
So there's a big table in the middle, probably.
yes, and the Duke currently isn't sitting there yet.
My character walks over to the table, sits in one of the chairs, and puts his feet on the table.
Okay.
Around the room, are there any shelves or anything with stuff?
There. Oh God, there are cabinets with how's it called? Silver. It's just called silverware. I think it's called silverware, and
If it's cutlery made,
cutlery.
made out of silver, then it's silverware. Yes.
yes,
Forks, spoons, knives.
and a bunch of fancy-looking porcelain plates and crystal glass goblets.
I'm gonna try to sleight of hands like these, sneakily take a spoon.
Okay, I somehow thought you were deciding to be a cat and just knock it all over.
Well, it's in a drawer.
Give me a sleight of hand. I think that's above the group's highest passive perception, so
Spoon.
spoon. Yes.
I'm gonna add a silver spoon in my inventory, and I guess I'll sit down.
Yes. Relatively quickly, a butler comes in with a plate of food, another one with a plate of cheese, and a third one with a plate of various like deli meats. And a short while after, the Duke walks in. He is best described as a relatively tall and thin man with dark grayish skin and always wearing I guess it's not a cape, it's like a mantle because it has like a headpiece.
Is he a human?
Like a coat?
Yeah, I guess coat is a better word for mantle. Which has 5 holes where the 5 basically spikes of his crown just poke through. And no, he doesn't appear to be human. He has gray skin.
Dead human.
You would assume probably either a tiefling or a drow.
Okay. Well,
Yes, and he says, we have new. You have made some new friends, I see. May I introduce myself? My name is Duke Ashwhite.
Is the word Duke your name?
No, it's the title.
So what is your name?
Phineas.
Ah, okay. I am Mr. Fluffins.
My
And yes,
character,
Mr. is my name.
my character stands up, bows down, and says, "My name is Adair. Sorry if I'm a bit rude, but I have forgotten most of common sense, if you might say it so."
Pleasure to meet you. So, I'm assuming you didn't just come back here to introduce your new pet and
Who are you
friend
calling
to
a
you.
pet?
Is it obvious he's talking about the other two? You're of course not a pet.
Oh,
Muffins. Except
well, only to you.
We
All right.
seem to have stumbled upon a new location for the cult's mistidings as we were exploring and investigating the leads we had in Berg. We came across your daughter, and we wished to make sure she made it back home, as well as seeing if you had a way for us to get to our new destination that we think is important in Mainstead.
Oh, so this is your daughter. I was wondering why you look very similar.
I will have to inform you that his daughter is actually a human and looks nothing like him at all because she's
I
adopted.
can see the similarities in the face, you know.
You, for those who see it, they see Arahant face palming himself.
Oh, I'm dying out of laughter. I'm falling out of the chair. Not
What?
hiding at all.
Did I say something funny?
Yes, that's the best joke I've ever heard.
Well, you know, they call me the. Hold on. The something jokester. I can't think of it right now.
The skinless jokester. Oh, that's a cool
You,
name.
your
But I.
grace, you would have you, you must forgive some of our companions. They are not at home with etiquette and normal social graces.
I'm a cat.
I beg your indulgence, your grace.
Meow.
and are not quite right in the head at all.
Wait. I have something in my head?
You too?
You're proving my point here.
I think I'm gonna need a lot of special elixirs after this.
Me too. So let's start from the let's start from the beginning. What did you actually find?
Well, your daughter for once.
Okay, let's circle back to that later. Or I guess that's important in general.
Second priority, I see.
Not like as in
Your grace.
I do want to know what happened in general.
Well, we did kill a bunch of
All
people.
started back when I was born. You see, both of my parents weren't there for my birth.
You are a warforged. You probably don't even have parents.
Oh, that
Is that
only
even
makes
how that
sense.
works?
Yeah, anyways.
I think it's time for him to finally meet his maker.
Your Grace, when we arrived at Berg, we discovered that we used some Guyland disguise and surmised that we would go somewhere underground, because last time we met the cult of Akishigal was in a mine, so the closest thing we could find was one of the rundown guild houses, more specifically the winery, where we found a pit in the floor and a tunnel that led us through several other tunnels. We encountered several demonic types, and also, if I remember correctly, we found a priest or something like that, trying to conjure something with a strange portal made of red fleshy substance, which we dispatched and destroyed. After that, we still in Berg, we encountered other types of demons, some of which were clearly your enemies, and were trying to figure out where your current whereabouts were. Rest assured, we didn't say anything, and my companions dispatched with them quite expediently.
Okay. So, in a way, this is what I feared would happen. So, there are some things I need to think about, but the relevant part, I guess we'll just go with the relevant part for you, which the cat just moved. Um,
How is this relevant to me?
I don't know. It just moved across the map.
It's relevant to everybody.
Yes, I'm assuming that's just the cat, just Mr. Fluffins jumping through the room.
Well, of course.
Your Grace, maybe also worth to worth mentioning that we discovered that they had a not a Dracolich, but the Wyvern version of a Dracolich. And that they are clearly using it as riding or flying animals.
The Wyvern version of the Dracolich. I think you might be. As far as I know, only true dragons can become Dracoliches. Did you see it use like spells or anything?
No, I think it was more a. It could have been a reanimated with wyvern, but I was not able to ascertain that much, because the moment when we faced the wyvern, or it was clearly undead. That I am sure. we were assaulted. So unfortunately, we did not have enough time nor the opportunity to study it more closely. But it was clearly a wyvern, and it was undead.
Okay. Interesting. Um. So the actual and relevant information for you. So from what you described, it sounds like that base was fairly abandoned.
It was.
Um. I feel like that might have been a trap.
You think?
And you
A
might.
trap for us?
Yes. Not a trap as in to catch you and kill you. A trap to gather information about you, gather information about me, gather information about my daughter, gather information to sacrifice a small amount of people to find out how you fight. What are your weaknesses? What are your strengths?
A setup.
Yes, basically.
So the proclamation of the mayor of Burg saying that guild houses had to be closed either is true or was all part of an elaborate lie to create that setup. It's troubling, but because that means that somehow they know about our involvement and our service to you, Your Grace.
I mean, they they have some very fast ways of dispersing information. You see those little bugs crawling around everywhere. They communicate with each other and along their roads transport the information. But that no, how I will deal about the part with my daughter, I will have to think about. You said you need to go to Manstad or Mainstad. Let me think if I actually have any close. I don't think I have any close mentions to that than this one. No.
I mean, we can probably just walk there, at least I can. I've been wandering around for a while. Not really tiring.
I mean, I could always provide you with a carriage.
That would make the experience probably more pleasant.
Mr. Duke,
Yes.
I do have a question for you. By
Yes.
any chance, do you around this big castle of yours have a kiosk where you sell rare materials or something?
I would also be very interested in some way to gather rare ingredients for elixirs.
So you are asking for a kiosk.
Well, shop, kiosk, vending store, vending machine.
A crystal or gem worth 100 gold, you know, whatever you have.
We usually don't take. We don't take enough visitors that we have some that we. Uh, okay.
You seem like a wealthy man. Like, I presume you have some rare magical inks.
Yes, yes, I should. For the. I guess, he beckons over one of his butlers, grabs some ink from the library, or I guess from the writing room would be more accurate, and you are looking for just and you are looking for a way to transport wares for alchemy, or what were you looking for?
Well, you see, I'm an alchemist and I brew very special potions. Those potions need very weird materials. For example, right now I'm a bit short on rabbit's feet.
Yes, so you would need potion materials. I don't think we have any like big storage of perishable materials in here. So I don't think I can help you with that rabbit's feet.
Well, there are a lot of ways to make the elixirs I make and consume. For example, do you have any stale bread?
I should.
That will work just fine then.
That seems like drastically less rare and specific than the rabbit's foot, but
Well, you see, I can compensate a rabbit's foot with some stale bread and a bark. It's a bit more complicated, but it works.
okay.
I'll take 100 golds worth of ink.
You take 100 gold worth of ink. He gets you a flask.
Oh yeah.
Could I get a gem or a crystal worth at least 100 gold?
Does it need to be a specific gem or crystal?
A gem or crystal.
I'm assuming it's for a specific spell, isn't it?
It's not for a specific spell, it's for a feature.
I should have something lying around. Gem or crystal, can't be a pearl. I mean, I could just. No, that would be too easy to get lost. Yes, he yet again calls for one of his servants and asks them to bring him a ruby.
Your Grace,
Mm-hmm.
if I may be so bold, I do not want to buy it because I do not have the financial means to it. But could I borrow perchance a pearl that is worth about 100 gold pieces and a diamond worth about 50 gold pieces. Those are
Oh.
two components I need for two spells that I know, but unfortunately cannot cast.
Oh, it's okay, Arahant. I'll pay for it.
That is a very rich cat, I must say.
Yes, indeed. I'm not sure if I will ever be able to reimburse you in full.
I'm never asking for reimbursement. You're my friend now.
It's most kind of you.
We can probably yeah, good, then we need another one of those diamonds and a pearl from the ingredient storage. Okay. I mean, it's they aren't actually worth that much, but they should work. I actually grow them myself. Like, not as in they grow on me, but I
Yeah, I surmise that you have oysters or something like that. That
yes.
a man of your a person of your means and wealth would have oyster banks and diamond mines and things like that, of course.
One more question.
Yes.
Duke, would a person of your great, amazing stature have any means to provide me with some sort of better armor? I presume that armor such as this would probably cost you nothing. I'm looking for studded leather, by the way.
Oh, yeah, yeah, I can totally do that. But in your size, I guess I should have some armor for gnomes lying around.
Oh,
I'm assuming that would fit.
oh, that will most definitely fit. I'll make do.
During their conversation, I look to Arahant and say, hold on, pearls grow in oysters? I thought they grew in plantations.
Yes, oysters secrete a when they have a grain of sand or some other small object in between their clamshells, they secrete a pearlescent substance that over time grows and grows, layer after layer, into a pearl.
That sounds like an amazing material. Once I get my hand on such a pearl, I must experiment.
When we are at the beach, you can try to find oysters.
Most definitely.
So, the servants come back with the ruby, the pearl, the crystal, the studded leather.
Finally, I can cast after 19 sessions. I can finally cast my two spells that I had since session one.
Oh, what actually was the 50 gold diamond for?
Chromatic orb.
Ooh.
Okay.
And the pearl was identify, of course.
Yeah, okay. That one I know.
Which I received, which I have by being a cleric of the great catfish of wisdom.
If we could indulge upon you a bit further and secure lodgings here for the night. You traveled through the night to get here to get you this news as quick as possible.
Of course, you are always welcome to stay here. And my servants will lead you to the guest quarters, although I think you already know where they are.
Dibs on the room with Sherbot.
Accepted.
I guess did we tell him about the fleshy wall thing that we saw?
Yes, you did.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
When I suppose that the party is retiring,
Yes.
Arahant
No,
will
I think I still got a few years in me.
Arahant will remain behind, stay behind a bit. And when the party is gone and he's alone in the room with the Duke, he will make a bow and say, Your Grace, may I, when you have your little discussion with your daughter about her little sortie, could I beg a bit of your indulgence towards her? It was clearly because she wanted some adventure and some excitement in her life. I understand that she is indeed a valuable that she's very important to you, and in the wrong hands could have been an object and an instrument to leverage or to gain leverage over you. But from her point of view, well, we all have been young. I am, and we all wanted to explore the world. So, of course, I leave it to your wisdom. It's your daughter. It's not my.
The issue is not in terms of what I've been thinking about is not a punishment or anything. What I've been thinking about is what to actually do about them knowing about her and how they might use that. Depending on how much they already know, we might need to go further than just remove the cult from this region, or I guess this plane. We might have to actually strike at its heart.
And eradicate the cult in its entirety.
You're thinking a little bit too small scale.
What is smaller than genocide? Which is bigger than genocide? My apologies. You mean removing the demon lord Akishigal
Yes,
from the playing board?
indeed.
I'm afraid that's beyond our mind capabilities.
Yes, I know. That's why I've been why I'm worrying about. That's why I've been thinking about a solution, or why I am still thinking about a solution for that issue, because I know that a head-on confrontation at this point might not be the wisest.
But it could be a good strategy to seek out some kind of weakness that Akeshigal would have. Maybe his skull.
That is true. I know that among the demon lords, he is the least physically imposing. His main strength is in some way similar to mine.
His cunning and intellect.
Yes. But I don't know much about his direct weaknesses. There isn't much literature or journals of the people entering the tyrannic wastes, fighting a demon lord, and living to tell the tale.
Probably. But I will endeavor to try to find out if any weakness there is to find out about him.
And I would be very grateful for that.
With that, I will no longer, no further opportune you, Your Grace. I wish you a good night. Thank you for your hospitality and for the gifts.
Yes, may you rest well as well.
Let's hope. I have. That's the only thing I do not have in my hands. And with a bow, he takes his leave of the Duke.
Mel catching himself almost falling asleep also catches the guy that gives a bow and then heads towards the resting quarters.
So, with your pearl, do you want to do anything? Like, do you have something to identify?
For the moment, no. But he will store it in together with the diamond in his his little pouch or his how do you call it, bandolier.
I think someone in the party at least has something to identify.
Nope.
You sure Bot had something?
In the meantime, my character is trying to locate a lavatory or something of the sort.
Yes, there is such a thing.
And I
Okay,
would like
so my
work
character.
on reckoning, you know.
That was a very quiet Maurice and two people talking over each other.
What did you say, Maurice?
Did I think Maurice talked in between, didn't he?
Yeah, I just want to say that I'll be using the time to, work on Iron Boy.
Makes sense.
Oh, I think I got an enchanted dagger from the throwing contest. I don't know if we identified that or not.
Didn't one of you take that magical demon swarm blade with you?
Oh yeah, Sherbot's got that.
And looking at his character sheet, I think he didn't write it down.
Yeah, I definitely did touch that.
So while in the lavatory, my character is going to use an ability, flush toxins. He takes off his mask and he starts vomiting a mixture of blood and a blue liquid.
Okay.
So what this does? Oh, didn't mean to press that. If I had any potions effect, right now I have +3 dexterity.
Yes.
Now I lose all effects of potions.
Okay. Basically, so you can replace them later.
Yeah, if I don't need the effect anymore, because they do stay indefinite. There's no timer on it.
Okay.
Arahant will go towards the room of Sherbot and knock on the door.
Yeah, what's up?
Sherbot, before I retire, I did remember that you were able to enhance my wizard robes so that it could be easier for me to maintain my concentration on spells.
That could be possible. By any chance, do you know if Mel has already retired to bed?
No, I definitely would have made it away because I'm tired.
Perfect. Then yes, I'm perfectly able to.
Thank you. He will put off his wizard overcoat and give it to you.
And I'll start working on making that a mind sharpener, which means in the middle of the night, everything that was in Justin's bag of holding will fly out. And you'll essentially wake up with everything that was in there all over the place.
Before that happens, by the way, after Aran leaves, Fluffins is probably sitting on Sherbot's head and leans down, like to basically, Sherbot basically sees Fluffins' head upside down. Hey, Sherby,
Yeah, what's up?
look what I got! And I pull out the silver spoon.
It's a spoon. A silver spoon.
It's one of the dukes.
You
Cool,
stole
right?
something at the Duke owned.
Well, he won't notice. He probably has tons of spoons. They do
If
call
he
me a
didn't-
criminal of the smooth variety for a reason.
I wouldn't call you a I wouldn't call you a thief, but I mean it's I wouldn't say it's a smart thing to steal from someone this powerful.
Oh, he won't
Maybe you
find
should
out.
just ask him for it, he'll probably give it to you.
But look, it's such a cool spoon.
During the rest, my character is gonna take out his alchemical supplies, and he's gonna start brewing something very suspicious. For knowledge, it's a mutagen.
Yeah, by the way, everyone who didn't specifically request to stay in a room with someone else has their own room.
Yeah.
If
Assume me and
possible.
Arhan had the same arrangement as normal.
No, actually.
The brewing process is quite loud and maybe explosive.
Maybe explosive or definitely explosive.
Um, I don't know. My character has been alive for only a couple months.
We'll find out.
I'm assuming at least Mel and Arahant are tired enough to actually sleep through that.
Yes.
Yeah.
But everyone who doesn't usually manage to sleep through like storms would probably also wake up from this.
My cat, I give no fucks.
Aren't cats like famously scared of thunder?
Oh, that's dogs.
I mean,
Cats are
aren't like
scared of the rain, though.
Yes.
I can tell you, my cat goes out in the morning, comes back drenched, and starts howling at the door.
You did this to me.
And I assume we get a long rest now.
you get a long rest.
Hell
Um,
yeah.
Is the rest uneventful for Arahant?
I think I would want to call the session here
Okay.
Okay.
and maybe talk about the rest next session.
Okay.
Because I know our hunt is actually not, or Lodwick will not be there next session. But then we
His
can have
sleep demons took
then
him.
we can have him plagued with nightmares throughout that session, or
Yeah,
plagued
his
with
demon,
vision,
his Ludwig's sleep demons took him.
basically. But for now, I think I need to grab 2 onions. Pain.
At least we've upgraded from giving you a penny.
So I will go. Yeah, I will go to the break screen real quick, and yeah, we'll have like a 5-minute break before I'm back, and
Okay.
so I have time to peel the onion, grab water, whatever.
Like,
Okay.
imagine Jägermeister, but actually drinkable.
Wow.
Oh, I made it back with onions.
Oh damn, magic cards.
Onions and ham.
Magic cards?
Oh, yeah, I just had the random browser tab open that it just decides to take the wrong Firefox tab for some reason. And I
Wait, you
just
play
switched to a
Magic?
different scene. Not important now, but anyway.
I
Yeah.
love Magic.
Cool. Onions. I guess I should change the category to just chatting for the last few minutes because people might be expecting intense roleplay, but it's
Oh
not like
no,
this will
this
take longer
this
than
is
2 minutes.
intense roleplay. That's intense roleplay of crying.
Question: if I ever do another stream where I read the entire Shrek script and eat onions per donation, or to be specific, in this case, eat the entire Shrek 2 script. Yes, read the entire Shrek 2 script because I already
I
did it
wanna
for
see that.
Shrek 1. Okay, great. Anyway,
How much would we need to donate for you to eat the entire Shrek script?
I could maybe make that a goal. Like, that could be the sub goal for like 30 subs or something.
Well, it does make sense. The Shrek script does have layers.
Okay, I think. I think I'll just go.
Rest in peace.
I mean, it's crunchy enough that Discord can hear it, so. Oh god.
ASMR.
Some good onion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that onion juice do be kicking.
It's spicier than usual. Slightly. Maybe I'm just not used to it anymore. I don't know.
Maybe it's a mix between onions and chili peppers.
No, chili peppers would make my nose runny. Onions just make my head itchy. That's like a big thing with onion spiciness. They make like they give you like across your, get the inside of your nose and like your scalp, just a weird tingling sensation. While chili peppers give you like a different kind of pain.
So, Jan, what's your favorite archetype in Magic? I'm curious now.
What's my favorite archetype in Magic? I
Like,
guess.
I myself played a lot of aristocrats.
Reanimator for me.
Oh, Reanimator's a lot of fun. Mono black or white black?
I typically get mono black.
Yeah, mono black is a no-go for me.
I mean,
I don't really like the limited card draw. So which archetype, yeah? He's eating intensely.
Yes, I guess currently I just built a lot of like weird decks. I'm currently playing Azorius Zombies.
Azorius Zombies, how does that deck work?
It's weird. It's basically like the white thing that doubles tokens plus Necro Duality plus Thassa.
I would recommend you maybe trying Orketra.
Yeah, Okatra is also in there,
Ah, okay.
but
Is
kind of
Cat
less
in there
important.
or?
And then I usually use like if I have enough tokens, then Inokatra's name is like the white spell that gives you all your zombies +2 attack or +2 power.
Yeah, I know that spell. Do you run any anthems in the deck? Or is it just more mid-rangey?
It's mostly mid-rangey.
Ah, okay. I can't remember what's the card's name, but I think Adaptive Automaton? Pretty much it's a 2/2 artifact for 4 mana or something like that. By the way, bless you, Maurice. And you choose a creature type. Whenever a creature of the type enters, you draw a card, so that could be a lot of card draw.
Yeah. Oh, is it whenever a creature enters, or is it whenever a non-token creature enters?
Whenever a creature of the chosen type.
Okay, that would really be a lot of card draw.
Yeah,
And it's
when,
also an anthem effect, I think.
Oh, is it? Isn't it where you're talking about Vanquish's banner?
No. It's an artifact creature. I can't remember correctly what card. I would have to search for it.
Wait, that's probably type artifact creature. And the text is like it uses the words draw. It uses select creature type.
yeah,
It
see, my deck that I'm.
It isn't called select a creature type. How is the wording?
Choose a creature type is the
choose
wording.
not select. Okay, yeah.
I was thinking of another card because Adaptive Automaton. It's a 2/2 for free. You choose a creature type. It does not become the creature type, but it's an anthem effect for the creature type.
Adaptive
So that
automaton
was the-
becomes the creature type.
Yeah.
I'm literally seeing it right now. Yeah, the thing that lets you draw cards and it's
I
an
thought of
anthem
something
effect
else
is
then.
Vanquisher's banner, which is not a creature.
Yeah, I thought of something else then. You know, a very fun deck that I've been meaning to build for a while is Go Shintai. Do you know the
Oh
deck?
god, I hate that deck. I hate it so fucking much.
It's so slow and boring, but if you get into the later stages of the game, you can't win.
See,
Yeah,
I
it's
really like my Thromok, the Insatiable deck.
like
Getting a big old fucking worm. Because he's one of the only instances of Devour X. So
I think
gets
we
a
should
little quicker.
probably end the stream because I think our D&D stream is currently evolving into
Magic stream.
yes.
I mean, it's still relatively in theme. It's the same parent company.
Yes.
But also, if anyone wonders why I'm not responding to any of the chat messages, it's because we have all the people in this Discord call.
What do you mean have all of the people? Well, that are in the chat.
Well, if we're ending the session here, I would love to take this time to thank our amazing, handsome, and the one and only DM Senpai for running this amazing session.
Yes.
Thank you, Dungeon Daddy.
I said no Dungeon Daddy.
Okay, whatever you say, Dungeon Daddy. By the way, my very first magic deck that people did
Come
not
on,
like.
let him
And
end the
everyone
stream.
else sign off first.
Yeah,
So everyone else can say goodbye, so I can sign off, so I can end the stream. Okay?
Take it easy, everybody.
Viewers,
Ciao, Leute.
until next time and Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Was
So
mit diesem Bordossi?
until the next one, have a good one, everyone, and that good one may also refer to the next year, I guess.